Hey everyone, and welcome back to Kharak Cup 11. We got another match from the qualifier right here. It's going to be between Evers and BlueBoo, and both of these players fairly new, but we've seen them before. Evers playing against, who did he play against last? Frosty, yeah, Frosty Teeth. And that was a really fun match to watch, and I think it was a match that he could have won as well. It was very close. BlueBoo, of course, we've seen him countless times. So this is a match that I'm pretty excited for because I feel like it's fairly balanced too. I haven't really seen enough from Evers to give him the edge over BlueBoo, but I mean it's very possible. I think he could win this one, so we'll just have to see, won't we? Ooh, cinematic value. Nice. Anyway. As he tries to handle the washing machine, but you know how that goes. That's one reason I love playing Galzian, man. It's just so easy to move your carrier around. So, Blue moving out with the early sand skimmers. We've seen him done this a lot, many times before. And I'm always hoping that he's going to be a little bit more aggressive with them. We know that he often, he'll often move out there with the sand skimmers and then not really do anything with them. And I'm really hoping that he goes for the damage here, because that's definitely what he wants to do. At any rate, he is going to scout this LAV right here. He saw that, and he's going to know that's a very early LAV. No way that this is going to be a support cruiser first or something like that. So I should probably fall back with my production cruiser and go eco. That's my thought. Some players might want to pressure this though with railguns or assault ships or something like that. But he has that information. He knows that. So he hasn't seen all these LAVs over here, but he's got to assume that they're there. It's going to take a pretty good fight onto this LAV, but he'll be a little bit surprised to see these guys coming out. And I think now his production crews are a little bit exposed here. There's going to be a blast run finishing on that base runner pretty soon, though, and there's always some potential for shenanigans right there. LAV Armor 1 also finishing very early, and so Blue is going to respond. Taking high ground damage here, though, that's definitely not a fight that he wants to take. He managed to buy enough time for Armor 2 to be finished here, but that's still a fight he would lose. However, here comes the blast run. Da-da. 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 Oh, it's only getting a 1. Yeah, he probably should have detonated there. I think he was looking for a better target. But probably he wants to make another one of those now, because at this point the production cruiser starts getting a little bit in danger, honestly. I think there's a little bit of a potential for just like a rundown here of the Con F force, which is not what you expect to experience as Galzian, but this will happen to you in the early game if you're not careful. Excuse me. As I cough. Veterancy starting to come down on these guys. It's always nice to see. I think this guy won't even go down. Yeah, he'll be fine. Another blast run on the way? No, there is not. And Assault Ship Tech going to come down for Blue. But there were no follow-up LAVs. I think AAVs started getting produced. Although we didn't actually see any. So he got AAV production, but he hasn't made any. He's making a support cruiser just now, which is a good move. He wants to expand his economy. But it doesn't look like there's going to be a rundown here of the Con F forces at all, so that's pretty nice for Blue. If I was Evers, I think I would have just continued making LAVs when I saw how easily I was pushing out there, and he may have had a chance to get that production cruiser, but it is always tricky when you get up against that Con F carrier. So we shall respect his decision. Going to be carting off one of the artifacts already. He does have the field control, but his opponent's going to be getting one as well. Soldier fabrication finishing in about 15 seconds. Evers moving on to his second base now. Also going to be doing a bit of scouting here, and this is a really nice touch. Although he's taking some bad damage on this LAV right here. Yeah, I probably ought to fall these guys back, but he is going to see what he wanted to see, though, which is my opponent on 2 bases or not? And he's going to find out the answer is no. And this carrier getting really badly baited here, actually. Okay, it's going to move back now, but that was probably something that shouldn't have happened. We also noticed Power Reserve 1 got finished there, so Blue is definitely expecting some kind of an attack. But that, of course, is not going to be coming just yet. He is making an assault ship already, but I should say right after that he ought to go for refinery mode. And I really don't think he should push back out into the open. He knows he hasn't got field control. Oh, a production cruise is going to come out first. I think maybe he's going to try to go for some kind of an assault ship push here. And I guess that's not the worst idea, but I don't feel very good about it. I think his chances are better if he stays back at home and gets refinery mode. What's his opponent doing, by the way? Just now beginning to produce those AAVs for the first time. You can see the little blinking light on the carrier there. He has fully saturated this base, although he hasn't got the guys mining just yet. Actually, has made one too many, which is always really annoying. That happens to me all the time. And these LAVs here, they know all about this. Ever's not going to be taken off guard by it. And he's going to just go for a Soul Cruiser fabrication, you monster. I don't know if that's really the best move here, but... Oh, but look at that. The two LAVs are baiting out the assault ships right here. And this is definitely a little bit of a choke. He wants to get that damage done. He wants to get in there and destroy something. He's definitely getting distracted by these LAVs right here. That's not what he wants to do. And if it comes to a 2-on-1 fight, the AAVs will win it. And you got to remember, Evers right now is going for assault cruiser fabrication. That's going to take a while. So if he gets attacked right now, there's definitely a chance that Blue can do a lot of damage. Once that finishes, and once an assault cruiser's out on the field, it's like, you know, the push is over. There's no way that that's going to continue. But, yeah, and Blue's going to fall back again. So, once, you know, it seems like pretty typical Blue stuff where he wants to attack, but he wants to be cautious as well. He doesn't totally seem to know, like, which one he should be going for. It's a little bit unfortunate to see. And he's, oh dear, he's really getting outdone here in terms of micro. Just putting that one guy who's getting targeted behind the hill is a great way to test the micro of your opponent. Because if it's not on par, like, you'll see that happen, where he's targeting a unit that he can't even attack. Blue is going to go ahead and target that one unit that is damaged. That's good. Take that out without too much difficulty. And these AVs realizing they've bit off a little bit more than they can chew, they're going to have to smoke and fall back. Refinery mode coming out now. There's already an assault cruiser on the way. And once this assault cruiser is finished, he pushes right through the assault ships. No reason to worry about them at all. It takes a lot of assault ships to kill a assault cruiser, let me tell you. And then he just pushes right on through into the eco, and I don't know if Blue is going to be able to amass anything really to stop this in time. Of course, remains to be seen if that's Ever's game plan or not, but I imagine it is. Now he's going to want to do a carrier block here, probably. Although, looking where the carrier can pass and where it can't, it's not great, is it? Oh, is that a spark? Oh, wow. Hey, expand while you're on attacking. That's pretty easy DOK doctrine right there, and he's getting it right. But yeah, so he's moving his carrier out. Assault cruiser is going to spawn right in the middle of everything. This is going to be a little bit of a carrier block too, in case his assault ships wanted to push out. As we can see, they can't do it. So they're going to have to go into the main. And smoke could be used to cover the main, but the assault ship's not even attacking it just yet. Here's the assault cruiser. Ought to just use the overcharge ability right away. And that counters everything that's on the field quite nicely, and we should be seeing a dead production cruiser before too long. Yeah, ability is getting used. And you can see, I mean, look how much health this guy still got on him. Armor is better, damage is better. Health is way better. And you know what, I gotta say, we don't have any players right now whose main playing style is to go for this kind of very, you know, cruiser-heavy, like cruiser-centered, you know, very heavy units approach. I really hope that we see Evers stick around, because that's something that I really want to see. He's not going to chase that production cruiser. I think he should, but he is a little bit slower than it, to be fair. And actually, with that Con of speed boost, that advantage is a little bit exacerbated too. So I suppose that is fair. But I would actually really like to see him chase down the production cruiser, at least back to the base. And I'd really like to see him make another one of those assault cruisers, but it doesn't look like he's planning on that. He may just be going on to his third base, and who can really blame him for that? That definitely seems like a safe move. Seems like a good move. Refinery mode is finished now for Blue. He's making another production cruiser, and then it's going to be into air. Artillery on the way now for Evers. He's going to need to get some anti-air. I always want people to go for assault cruiser anti-air, but in Evers' case, it may really make a lot of sense. He uses these units quite a lot. And using them as that blast drone, man. Probably smoke ought to be popped here from Blue, but I guess we'll see. Boom. Doesn't take long, does it? But yeah, Evers uses a lot of cruisers, and so I mean, you know he's gonna have assault cruisers for probably the rest of the game now, backing up his army. Having them be like an anti-air base, that's not a bad idea. Yep, he's gonna go for it. That's awesome. I love this. You know, I really hope that we see Evers not just stick around. I said that earlier, but like get really good too. You know what I mean? Because it's fun to watch him play. It really is. Armored unit defenses 2 is finished now for blue, so this is going to be a fight that's very easy for him to take. These guys doing 1 damage per shot, so you know. Air units getting launched now. And you know, he's not out of this game yet. We shouldn't discount him totally, but I definitely think he's at quite a disadvantage here. Where's that assault cruiser now? It's back there. He's going to be feeling very validated for getting this tech, I think. Because he sees those air units out on the field now. And it looks like for now they're just being used to get field control, take out some of these units that are up in Blue's grill. Anti-air turret goes up here. But Blue not going to stick around long enough to get punished by that. Interceptor is going to dock, and Evers not having field control, that thing should get taken out. I think if I were Blue, I'd be moving out there right now. But then again, he may be afraid that there's someone back in the back lines. Blue been going with another production cruiser here, and I actually really like the idea of supporting an army with a production cruiser, but he hasn't really got an army right now. I think it's probably better to have that guy back home than have the carrier fill that role, especially because the real advantage that the support cruiser, the real edge that it gives you, see what I did there, is that speed boost as Conf, but the carrier distributes that one as well, so. But he's going to move out nonetheless. Artifact extraction goes down now for Evers. Scoreline is 2-2. Evers being very passive with those assault cruisers. I'd like to see him be a little bit more aggressive with them, but he may have been waiting for that anti-air upgrade, and that's fair. I can see the reason. Excuse me. And artillery is on the way now. I don't know how many. It says 2 there, but that's usually not true. Uh-oh. This production cruiser gonna run into not exactly who he wanted to see. Oh, and he's gonna back away. Now you gotta go for this. You definitely have the advantage in this fight. It looks like he sees it now. He's gonna push in. Air units are, well, in the area, but there are 2 assault cruisers here with that anti-air upgrade, and they're gonna be putting the smackdown on him. They come in for another pass, so they really want to get that assault cruiser, and they will get it, to be fair. And this is always the problem with assault cruisers he has, that they die very quickly. I think Evers stays out with the assault cruiser though, because he's about to kill all these air units here. There goes another one. There goes another one. And he's going to use that Gaussian self-healing now. Although actually he probably should have waited for just a second, because it disables the main weapon too. But I hear railguns firing. What's that happening? Oh, look at all these OAVs, I didn't even notice this. But there are assault ships in the area to dissuade them. They did actually manage to get 2 salvager kills though, which is pretty significant. But yeah, 1 assault cruiser goes down for 5 interceptors, that's definitely worth it. I think the assault cruiser anti-air upgrade is definitely not as good as the one for like support cruisers, we all know that. But it's pretty good. And that turret post over here, which really should have been killed before, chipped in a lot of damage there as the air units would, you know, circle around this way. So, a bit sloppy there by Blue for not taking that one out, but also for just continuing to take that fight. I don't think he really had that. And he's kind of suffered as a result. And now this production cruiser definitely way out of position. Smoke not even going to be popped here, he just doesn't even need it. Artillery going to claim that one. Something died here. Yeah, that was Base Runner. What 2 though? What killed that? Probably an A. Yeah, maybe there was like an AAV over there. I'm not sure though. You know what we still haven't seen from Evers is railguns, and I kind of like that. I like the sort of, you know, non-railgun centric play. It's cool, but he does have that option. He's researched the tech, and I think he did that just to get the production upgrade, to be honest. But you know, that would not be bad to throw into the mix here. Especially as one of the things that you're going to have difficulty dealing with when you go for this kind of build. Whoa! When you go for this kind of build is going to be railguns, and those are on the field, and they're split quite nicely actually because they've been told to guard the carrier there. I've never quite seen that before, but it seems to be working pretty well for him. Artillery cruiser definitely going to be coming out in a bad position right here, able to get hit by air in sort of a bad way. Those missiles actually land, huh? They're going to land for damage too, that's pretty cool. But yeah, he's exposed to the air units here. Smoke obviously doesn't do anything for that, and the railguns were able to get shots on him too. A lot of air units went down there though, I believe. And these two assault cruisers here definitely have the money, don't they, to fire off the missiles. And those things do quite a lot of damage. Gonna be firing them here at the railguns, it seems, but my thought was to fire them against the carrier there. And it looks like some railguns have been produced, or at least one of them. Just one, actually. That's kind of funny. Entire army for blue gonna get killed off right here, and there's another artillery cruiser right there not being used. Probably ought to come out into the fight. And these are assault cruisers really managing to clean up the field quite nicely here, and everything is gone for blue now. Carrier completely out in the open, and I imagine it's going to be killed here. This is probably the end of the game. Yeah, attack missiles getting used, and you can see, look at the damage those things do. It's really significant. One assault cruiser goes down, that's not going to be enough to save the Conniff carrier, and Evers is going to take this fight. And that's great. You know, I want to see him do well, because I'm kind of rooting for him now. Just because he's new, he's very new, and he's good, you know, I mean, I can already tell he's got kind of a natural ability here. And his strategy is so different, too. I mean, I love seeing that, because it's very anti-meta. Well done to Evers, well done to him. Good fight from blue as well, but I think kind of in like the typical blue ways we've seen him choke here, you know what I mean? But yeah. Better luck next time, I guess. Hopefully he watches this video though, and he'll be able to see, you know, what he did wrong. Should be able to correct that before the next match, because he does have that opportunity, of course. Hope you enjoyed it. That's the last one I'm going to cast for tonight, and I will see you guys later.